Last year, this contractor did $4.2 million in revenue. Every single job he bid, he made a profit on. His accountant told him the company was healthy, and then on a Friday in March, he sat in his truck in the parking lot and realized he couldn't make payroll. Not because he lost money, but because of something almost nobody warns you about. If you own a construction, roofing, HVAC, plumbing, or electrical company, this is the most dangerous trap in your entire business because it doesn't kill the contractors who are losing money, it kills the ones who are winning. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why profitable contractors go broke, the one number that matters more than profit, and the simple shift that keeps cash in your account. Let's get into it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Profit and cash are not the same thing. You can be profitable on paper and still run out of money. In fact, that's the single most common way a growing contracting business dies, not from bad jobs, from good ones. To understand why, you have to understand the difference between two words that get thrown around like they mean the same thing: revenue and cash flow. They don't mean the same thing, and confusing them is exactly what puts trucks up for auction. So let's make this dead simple. Revenue is what you earn. Cash flow is what you can actually touch. Revenue is the number on the contract, the $40,000 bathroom remodel, the $200,000 roof, the big commercial HVAC install. Cash flow is the money actually moving in and out of your bank account in real time this week. And here's the part that gets people. You can earn the revenue months before you ever see the cash. You sign the job today, you pay for materials today, you pay your crew this Friday, but the customer? They might not pay you for 30, 60, even 90 days. And on the bigger jobs, they hold back a chunk called retainage until everything is completely finished. So the money goes out fast and it comes in slow. That gap between when you spend and when you finally get paid is where contractors go broke. Hold on to that idea because it's about to explain everything. Let me show you how this actually plays out. Meet Marcus. Marcus owns a roofing company. Good operator, great crews, solid reputation. 3 years in, he's running about $1 million a year and making a real profit. Then he lands the big one, a commercial contract worth $600,000, the biggest job of his life. On paper, he's going to clear $90,000 in profit. He celebrates. And here's exactly what happens next. To start the job, Marcus has to buy materials up front. Shingles, underlayment, metal, dumpsters. That's $80,000 gone in week one. His crews are bigger now, so payroll jumps to $25,000 every single week. The client is on net 60 terms, and they're holding 10% retainage until final inspection. So Marcus is bleeding cash for 2 solid months before the first real check ever arrives. But remember, he's profitable, so he feels confident. Confident enough to take on 2 more jobs at the same time. Now he's fronting materials and payroll on 3 projects at once. And then it happens. One client delays a single payment by 3 weeks, just 3 weeks, and suddenly Marcus can't cover Friday payroll. He maxes out the business credit card, he drains his personal savings, he sells an invoice to a factoring company at a brutal discount just to get cash in the door today. His bank account hits 0 while his profit and loss statement still says he made money. Marcus didn't have a profit problem, he had a cash flow problem, and it nearly ended his company.
Now here's the part that feels completely backwards. The faster Marcus grew, the worse it got. Most owners assume that more revenue automatically means more security, more jobs, more money, more cushion. But it's actually the opposite. Think about what every new job demands before it pays you a dime. Materials up front, labor every Friday, fuel, permits, insurance. All of it goes out the door before a single dollar comes back in. So the bigger you grow, the bigger that gap becomes, and the more cash your business has to swallow just to stay alive. Growth does not fund itself. Growth eats cash. That's the cruel irony. A contractor can double his revenue, win award after award, look like the most successful guy in town, and feel poorer than he did when he was half the size. He's not failing. He's scaling a cash flow problem, and every new job pours gasoline on it. Now, it's not just the timing of the big jobs. There are silent leaks draining contractors every single day, and most owners never even see them. Leak number 1, underbilling. You've completed 40% of a job, but you've only invoiced for 20. You just loaned the customer the difference for free. Leak number 2, change orders. The crew runs into a surprise, knocks out the extra work on a handshake to keep the client happy, and it never makes it onto an invoice. That's profit you earned and then gave away. Leak number 3, slow invoicing. You finish the job on the 1st, but the invoice doesn't go out until the 20th. That's 19 days you financed out of your own pocket on every single job. Leak number 4, retainage. 5–10% of every project legally held back for months after the work is done. And then there's the big one, the one that ambushes profitable contractors every spring: taxes. Because here's the trap: you made money on paper, so you owe taxes on that profit, even if the cash is still tied up in unpaid invoices and half-finished jobs. You can literally owe taxes on money you haven't collected yet. Any one of these leaks can quietly turn a profitable month into an empty bank account. Stack them together, and you've got a company that looks successful right up until the day it can't pay its people. So what do you actually do about it? Here's the shift that changes everything. Stop running your business off your profit and loss statement and start running it off your cash. Profit tells you if the work was worth it. Cash tells you if you'll survive the month. You need both, but cash is the one that keeps the doors open. So here are 4 moves, and you can start every one of them this week. First, forecast your cash. Build a simple 13-week view of the money coming in and the money going out week by week. This is not your accountant's job, it's yours. A cash forecast turns nasty surprises into calm decisions because you see the squeeze coming weeks before it arrives. Second, speed up the money. Collect a deposit before you start. Bill progress payments as you go. Don't wait until the very end. Invoice the day the work is finished, not at the end of the month, and follow up the moment a payment is late. Every single day you shave off collection is cash back in your pocket. Third, build a cash reserve. Aim for 1 to 2 months of operating expenses sitting in a separate account that you do not touch. That buffer is the entire difference between a client paying late being a minor annoyance and being the end of your company. And fourth, set up a line of credit before you actually need it. Here's the secret the banks won't tell you. They love to lend money to businesses that don't need it, and they slam the door on the ones that are desperate. So get approved while you're healthy and keep that line as your safety net, not your lifestyle. So let's bring it home. Profit is an opinion. Cash is a fact. You can be the most profitable contractor in your entire market with a backlog of work and a P&L full of green and still go broke if the cash isn't there on the day the bills come due. Revenue is what you earn. Cash flow is what keeps the lights on, the trucks running, and your crew showing up Monday morning. So from today, watch your cash like your business depends on it, because it does. If this opened your eyes even a little, do one thing for me. Subscribe to Contractor Growth Lab, because we break down the money side of running a contracting business that nobody else is willing to teach you. And drop a comment below. What's the longest you've ever waited to get paid on a job? I read every single one. I'll see you in the next video.